you doing today? I'm Skitty Beans, and today we are going to be watching the insane plot armor of Cats, and it's from our favorite Casual Geographic. I did see the suggestions for the cat videos, so between the two of them, I do want to watch both of them. I just decided just to pick this one first, so we will be watching both of them. I'll probably space them out though. Between this one and the second one, just so we have a little more animal variety in between them, but I do plan on watching both of them, so thank you for the suggestions. I appreciate it. Also, if you always, any suggestions you have, always put them in the comments, because I'm always looking for stuff to watch. So any recommendations or any animal recommendations, really, either one, totally fine with me. So thank you. Keep the suggestions coming, because I really do appreciate them. If you do get a chance, I would appreciate if you could leave a like and subscribe. It would help me out a bunch. I also have Casual Geographic's video linked in my description. I also wanted to let you guys know that I do stream on Twitch. I'm not doing reactions right now over there, but it's something that maybe I want to do in the future. So if we get some of our YouTube people over there, we could do live reactions too. Right now I'm playing Skyrim, so if you like Skyrim and you want to come hang out with me, I would appreciate you hanging out with me. So I will leave my Twitch link below. It's also in I think all of my social and bio stuff too, but I will leave my Twitch link information in my description too. So if you want to come hang out with me, I would love to see you there. But all right, let's learn about the plot armor of Cats. I'm ready. Oh.
Mama, come get it. Oh Lord, grab the girl hand. Oh Lord,
Oh my god. That cat's a wrestler.
Oh Lord, grab the girl hand. Oh Lord,
Oh my gosh.
Broken. A term used to describe a character so overpowered that they make the game stop functioning as intended and exploit the game's balance in their favor. Well, if cats aren't the most broken animals on the planet, God must have discontinued first place. I talk a lot about animals that got shafted by evolution. In fact, my most popular video today was about 10 of them. Well, if I ever do a video on nature's favorites, cats would surely be at the very top. Cats are arguably the
Maybe we'll have to watch that video too. We'll have to add it to the list. My list is forever growing now.
most successful predators we've ever seen. With so many overpowered abilities, you'd swear it was plot armor.
Wow.
I don't even want to make this intro too long, so here's 10 superpowers your cat has.
The cat slap gets me every time. I love watching the videos of cats just like whap, whap. I love it.
Abilities you'd swear it was plot armor. I don't even want to make this intro too long, so here's 10 superpowers your cat has that you may or may not have known. And number 1, 0 fall damage. You've probably heard that cats always land
0 fall damage. What? That's crazy.
on their feet, but the real flex is being able to fall from heights that would have any human furnishing a coffin. A 1987 study showed that out of 132 cats that were brought to an emergency vet in New York City after falling out of a high-rise, 90% lived and less than 40% required life-saving treatment. It gets
What happened in that building? What? What happened in that building? Hold on, I have to listen to this again.
7 studies showed that out of 132 cats that were brought to an emergency vet in New York City after falling out of a high-rise,
After falling out of a high-rise, what happened in this high-rise building? Oh my god.
90% lived and less than 40% required life-saving
Although on 90% of them living though, that's crazy though. That is really impressive.
treatment. It gets even wilder when you realize that cats actually have a better chance of getting airdrop from a building and walking it off the higher the drop was. And it's all because cats understand.
What? That cat has superpowers. Cats have superpowers. Look at that fall. That looks like a long way down.
of getting airdrop from a building and walking it off, the higher the drop was. And
Like
it's all
nothing
because
ever
cats
happened.
understand physics. You see, when you're in free fall, you accelerate towards the ground until you reach terminal velocity, where you literally can't fall any faster. When cats reach TV, they splay their legs and kind of just parachute the rest of the way down. And instead of landing on their feet, they break their fall with their chest and abdomen.
No, this is actually a raccoon. Are raccoons kind of like in the cat family? I thought they were. Maybe not.
Parachute the rest of the way down. And instead of landing on their feet, they break their fall with their chest and abdomen. Obviously, they don't completely tank the hit, but thanks to their relatively large surface area to weight ratio, they maximize the points of contact that smack the ground and therefore minimize the damage.
Yeah, it actually survived this. This is crazy. God, cat anatomy? Wild. This is wild.
Chest and abdomen. Obviously, they don't completely tank the hit, but thanks to their relatively large surface area to weight ratio, they maximize the points of contact that smack the ground and therefore minimize the damage. And since cats apparently have lifelong beef with gravity, cats that reach terminal velocity instinctively know not to tense up, but instead relax and basically turn themselves into a kite on the way down.
That's incredible. It's like incredible to just like to kind of like figure out, or like I wonder like how does this all happen? Is it just like, is this like an evolution thing? Or I mean, it's like incredible how animals just know, like, I don't know, is it like involuntary that they're just like, oh, okay, we're falling, let's just do our thing. And I don't know, it's cool. This is cool.
The thing is, if they don't have time to reach terminal velocity, they end up getting hurt way worse. So like in a weird twist, cats that fall from 2 to 7 stories actually end up more down bad than the ones that touch Earth from 10 stories up. In fact, cats have about a 95% chance of falling from 10 stories and living. Meanwhile, the average human has a 95% chance of getting outlined with chalk. Oh,
Yep. Cats are just built different.
10 stories and living. Meanwhile, the average human has a 95% chance of getting outlined with chalk. Oh, and don't think the cutoff's 10 stories either. One cat named Sabrina took a 32-story express trip to the ground and walked away with only a punctured lung and a chipped tooth. Not
32 stories? 32 stories. Oh my god. That's all that happened? This is what? We would be splattered. We would be splattered all over the ground. Man, that is impressive.
Took a 32-story express trip to the ground and walked away with only a punctured lung and a chipped tooth. Not to mention she was released and sent home 2 days later. Being impervious to fall damage is how snow leopards can not only make a living in the Himalayas, but can legit fall clear off a cliff, and the only injury they take is to their pride.
What the hell?
Speaking of plot armor, did you know cats are actually built to predict the weather? You see,
What? Predict the weather? God damn. Maybe we need them on the weather. That's our weather. We need weather cats instead of weather people, because I don't know about where you guys live, but our weather people, whatever, I mean, they're like a broken clock, you know? At least the broken clock is right twice a day or once a day, you know? Like, bruh, it's like more often than not, it's usually wrong. Like, oh, it's gonna snow 10 feet and it's sunny and 60. Like, wonderful. This is wild though. I wonder how high up this cat is, or leopard.
leopards can not only make a living in the Himalayas, but can legit fall clear off a cliff, and the only injury they take is to their pride. Speaking of plot armor, did you know cats are actually built to predict the weather? You see, cat hair attracts static electricity, so they can pick up on the buildup of electrical charge that often comes before a really bad storm. And the cat's inner ears are sensitive to sudden drops in atmospheric pressure, which announce the arrival of a cloud assault. Technically, so can we. It's why our ears do the most and pop on a plane, but it's just that cat ears are that much more sensitive, and they
that makes sense though. That makes a lot of sense. Is that like when you're old and you know it's gonna rain, or like, you know, it's gonna get cold out, like me? Usually when it's about to get cold, I usually get a little achy. Is that like the same thing?
So can we. It's why our ears do the most and pop on a plane, but it's just that cat ears are that much more sensitive, and they can even smell rain and lightning coming. It's
rain and lightning? Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So OP that sailors used to use cats aboard ships as a four-legged forecast. Apparently, a cat with the zoomies means you could expect strong winds. A cat that
Oh.
sneezed was warning you of heavy rain. And apparently if one licked their fur against a grain mid-sail, then you better make like God's golfing, cause it's finna hail. Now to be fair, a
Oh.
month surrounded by nothing but sea.
I wonder how accurate that was. Like I wonder like what the percentage of uh them with their, I don't know, signaling. I wonder how much of it was right.
Mid-sail, then you better make like God's golfing, cause it's finna hail. Now to be fair, a month surrounded by nothing but sea and seamen gives you a lot of time to just make stuff up. I mean, just how many sea monster stories was just a whale freeing his willy? But there
Ooh, that's a good point. And also, ooh. Ooh.
might be some truth to the cat thing. Cats will often spend extra time licking themselves before a bad storm since having damp fur helps with the static thing I told you about. So basically, if cats could talk, we'd see a lot of meteorologists on unemployment.
Yeah, see, look, he knows. He knows. We need weather cats. Weather cats. Yep.
Static thing I told you about. So basically, if cats could talk, we'd see a lot of meteorologists on unemployment. And speaking of no job, cats really managed to finesse their way into living in nearly 50 million homes in America rent-free.
50 million? Holy. I mean, I guess that's actually, that's probably pretty accurate, I would say. I feel like a lot of people have cats, and a lot of people don't just have one cat either, right? I mean, like not counting like crazy cat ladies or anything like that, you know. But I think just in general, I feel like most people own more than one cat usually. I would say, I don't know. This is purely based off of just videos I see online of, you know, like people are at home and they usually have more than one cat, but makes sense. But 50 million's a lot though. That's a lot. We be loving cats though. They're cute.
And one of the biggest reasons is because cats are the best manipulators nature has to offer. And if you think they aren't, you're probably a mark and you don't even know it. According to researchers at the University of Sussex, many cats will exploit their owners with a soliciting purr. It's more high frequency, triggers a sense of urgency in humans, and even someone resembles the cry of an infant, and we just have to assume that's intentional.
Oh.
And in experiments, not only did humans have a faster response time when hearing that purr compared to a normal one, it even affected people that never owned cats. This distressed purr likely
That would be me. I would I'm a sucker for animals though, so I don't know. I think I'm just weak.
purr compared to a normal one. It even affected people that never owned cats. This distressed purr likely triggers a deep, innate nurturing response in humans, meaning you're literally hardwired to answer to it no matter what you were doing before. So apparently cats understand psychology too. That's not even really a joke because adult cats almost never meow to each other, but kittens do it with their mothers for food and warmth, and we have to assume they just figured out it works on humans too. And it's not just pet cats.
That's actually kind of smart thinking though. That's smart thinking on their part. But I would say if you're anything like me, you're just a sucker, you know? I'm a sucker. I want to save everything. I want to pet everything. I want to feed them all. I mean, that's just me.
Cats with this talent. Tigers have been known to imitate the sounds of their prey to lull them into a false sense of security. Tigers have reportedly mimicked sandbar deer and black bears. Bruh, just listen to this.
Are you mooing because you want to be one with the cows?
They sound like they're mooing. What? That is wild.
The cows? I don't think that's how you trick cows into coming over.
Aww.
And it's
Is that so they can eat them or they just want to hang out with them? I don't know. Either way, I love it. I love that.
Cows into coming over.
And it's not just tigers. The South American margay will verbally cosplay as a baby monkey just to murk its parents like a Disney movie. And clearly the
Oh my
manipulation
gosh.
tactics were passed down. In fact, cats are so good at working people that they'd actually be great politicians, which is probably how Mayor Stubbs of Talkeetna, Alaska stayed in office for 20 years. Even
This was what? Oh man. I mean, fair enough. I'd vote for a cat.
great politicians, which is probably how Mayor Stubbs of Talkeetna, Alaska stayed in
Mayor
office for 20
Stubbs.
years, even surviving assassination attempts by dogs, BB guns, and a deep fryer.
What? Okay, the dogs I get, but BB guns, ugh. Briar, there needs to be some more context to this. like like accidentally, like it got somewhere like in a kitchen, or was somebody trying to fry it, like the uh oof.
For 20 years, even surviving assassination
I gotta
attempts by
know.
dogs, BB guns, and a deep fryer. But there's another special ability cats have, and it could arguably be the most overpowered of all. Pretty privilege. It's how
Yes.
dolphins got Flipper, orcas got Free Willy. Meanwhile, the best movie deal shark management could get them was being typecast as Jaws. You see, there's this
Aw.
thing called baby schema. It basically means that humans have an intrinsic bias towards a certain set of facial features in people and animals, to the point where
Character is an ex-husband and 12 mostly dead wives with a foot, uh meh, still think he's cute. I mean, he's cute. I've actually never, I think, is this Madagascar? I think I've only ever seen the first one, maybe. Is that what this is from? See, I could be totally wrong too.
it just makes us want to protect them. And with their big head, wide eyes, and round forehead, cats
This is true. I mean, look at them. They do have pretty privilege. Oh, I love this little kitty face. Hello. I would love to pet you. You need a home. See? See? I don't even know this cat. This cat probably already has a phone. I'm like, oh, you want to live here? Come on in.
literally remind us of babies. And even though it's a buff from nature, cats will 100% play into this by figuring out what combination of ear
Aw.
wiggling, whisker pointing, and eye narrowing gets the best response from people. Now add the fact that slow blinking with your cat can trigger oxytocin in both of you, the literal hormone that bonds a mother to her child, and you can see how cats were basically engineered to be irresistible. It's pretty privilege on every steroid possible.
Yeah.
It's wild because if any other animal had a reputation for cold indifference and global genocide, it'd be cause of pause, but because it's cats, we just let it slide. Cat cuteness virtually has us in a chokehold, and I said virtual for a reason. It's said that 15% of all internet traffic is driven by cat content.
Oh, I believe that though. Yeah, I can believe that for sure. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love dogs. I would say that I'm surely a dog person, but I love all animals. I think cats are pretty cute. I think cats are cool too. So it's, I'm just the equal opportunity animal lover. I don't hate.
That's 50% of all the stuff on the internet. I want you to think about that during this ad.
That is
Matter of fact,
wild.
I'm willing to put money on it. For some of y'all, this ad's about to be cat related. Oh, you're back. Oh, by the way, was it cat related? I'm actually curious. But the thing that almost always gets forgotten is that cats give back as much as they take, which leads to their next flex, healing powers. And not just for them. Science says
What?
having a cat living under your roof easily extends your subscription to life. Studies show that cat owners are
Aw.
40% less likely to suffer a heart attack and have a 30% less chance of getting clapped by cardiovascular complications. And since cardiovascular disease is one of the leading causes of preventable death today, cats are like a real-life one-up. Not to
So what you're saying is I have to go get myself a cat. I guess. I mean, that could be a strong argument, right? I need a cat for my heart. Please.
mention kids that grew up around cats have less of a chance of getting folded by allergies, especially if the exposure started in early infancy or even while they're still in the womb waiting room. And then there's the fact that just petting a cat can nerf stress levels and blood pressure. But if you
Don't they say that about dogs too? Or petting any animal? Like it helps like relieve stress and stuff. I feel like that applies to lots of animals.
womb waiting room. And then there's the fact that just petting a cat can nerf stress levels and blood pressure. But if you really want to get literal about it, cats purr at a frequency that's said to improve bone density, repair tendons, and promote healing.
What? That's wild. I've never heard that though. That is crazy. I wonder how do you even research that or figure that out? Huh.
About it, cats purr at a frequency that's said to improve bone density, repair tendons, and promote healing. I never really fully understood it, but apparently cats purr at a frequency that transmits vibrations throughout the body, vibrations that help increase blood flow to the affected area, thereby bringing more nutrients. It's also believed that those same vibrations can help with soft tissue injuries like sprains and strains. I know I said they live rent-free, but considering all they do to carry our health, again, I feel like we could let it slide. It's not
Yeah, that I've never heard that. Huh. I'm gonna have to do some research on this because that is wild. I, that, huh. Look at this little cat. What a cutie.
Live rent-free, but considering all they do to carry our health, again, I feel like we could let it slide. It's not just a buff to your
I
health
would
either.
agree.
I vividly remember seeing a bunch of surveys that said that women on dating sites actually find men with cats more attractive. Something about seeming more nurturing or emotionally intelligent.
On an unrelated note, I want y'all to meet my editor and content manager, Aslin.
Aww.
Say hi.
Hi. Hi.
Oh, good boy.
I tried to find
So cute. Your cat is gorgeous. I wonder if that's true though. I mean, I don't even I guess I don't know what the dating scene looks like anymore, so I know there's a very small percentage of women that watch me, but if you are a woman and you are single and is this like a true thing? And for my single men, how many of you do own cats? maybe y'all can, find each other. Who knows? You never know. You never know.
the articles online, but apparently there was a switch up, and now women find cat owners less attractive. So on another unrelated note, yeah, he isn't mine. I'm actually just cat sitting for a friend.
No. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Well, either way, the cat's gorgeous, and why would I wonder what it is that they don't, that now they find men with cats less attractive. Now I'm curious, like what made them attractive and what made them less attractive. I mean, I guess in my eyes, I feel like any guy that had a cat or animal, I guess just an animal in general, I mean, that was like a plus in my book, whether it was a cat or a dog. I guess I never really thought of it as like that big of a difference, but apparently so. Apparently that's not the thing anymore.
Shout out to you, Yusuf. Yeah, but anyway, cat claw armor is so strong that it might just be able to save you from cancer. We've all heard the stories of feline physicians detecting it in people before anyone else could. Cats have a sense of smell about 14 times stronger than humans, with their 200 million odor receptors to our pitiful, almost embarrassing 5.
Wow, that is a big difference. I just want to boot this little nose. Oh, so cute.
5 million. Tumors produce volatile organic compounds, and these VOCs leave the body through sweat and breath. And there's a lot of respected researchers out there that will die on the hill that cats can sniff it out the same way dogs can.
I believe that. I mean, their dogs and cats are pretty incredible when it comes to stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of wild that they can do that, and I believe it. I 100% believe that.
In 2018, rescue cat Mia climbed on owner Michelle Pearson's chest and wouldn't get off for anything, sniffing and pawing at, the right one, while also meowing and looking at her, as cats do. It wasn't until her husband checked for himself that he felt the telltale lump, and that's how the cat that was rescued from certain death ended up returning the favor and saving her owner from stage 2 breast cancer. And that's not even much of a reach, considering there's also stories of cats warning their diabetic owners of their potentially fatally low blood sugar.
Yep, that is, animals are incredible. Dogs and cats, I'm telling you, incredible. The stuff they do for their owners, it's just wild. It's such a unique bond too when you have a pet, and I think it's amazing. I think it's beautiful. I love it.
Either that, or cats can see the future and they'll choose to keep you in theirs if they like you enough. And even that's low-key valid, considering superpower number 7 is that cats have ultra instinct. Those whiskers can detect sudden changes in air currents to figure out the size, shape, and speed of nearby objects. It's like a whole radar system growing out of their face, and it's how a blindfolded cat is still hell on earth for any mouse in the area.
That is so crazy. I didn't know that that's what their whiskers did. Actually, I thought it was like for their balance or something, but maybe that's not true. I don't know. I feel like that's the only thing that I can think of that comes to my mind first, and then anything after that, I have no clue, no idea.
Radar system growing out of their face, and it's how a blindfolded cat is still hell on earth for any mouse in the area. Bro, I still don't think you're understanding just how much of a cheat whiskers are. Cats can even use their whiskers to figure out what direction their prey is trying to dodge it in right before they pounce, allowing them to cut off any possible escape routes. Now to us, it's interesting and pretty cool, but to a mouse trying to make it home to his family, that's gotta be some bullshit. And cats
Right. That's true. They don't stand a chance.
Pretty cool, but to a mouse trying to make it home to his family, that's gotta be some bullshit. And cats don't just have them on their face, they have whiskers all over. And you can't even play dead with the cats since they have carpal whiskers that allow them to tell if their prey is playing or, actually past tense. And honestly, this might be the most broken ability cats have. It's basically impossible to catch a cat slipping. They don't have to hear you, they don't even have to smell you. All it takes is the smallest change in air currents to dry snitch on you. But as predators, cats are the ones that do the sneaking, which only makes their next ability even more of a jihad for their prey. Superpower number 8. Cats are athletic freaks of nature. No, seriously, cats are the most athletic group of animals on Earth, and I'm gonna stand on that. On speed,
I would agree with that 100%. I mean, there's some wild cat videos of just whether they're jumping or going crazy. Yeah, for sure.
Superpower number 8. Cats are athletic freaks of nature. No, seriously, cats are the most athletic group of animals.
And it's amazing how agile they look too. It's like obviously sometimes they get it wrong for whatever reason, but a lot of the times when you see a lot of those videos of them jumping and stuff, they look so graceful and agile. It is amazing.
On Earth, and I'm gonna stand on that. On speed, cheetahs can go 0 to 60 in 3 seconds and can peak out at over 70 miles per hour. A cheetah on a Sunday morning jog can still get pulled over on the turnpike. Ain't that crazy? Want to see some long jumping? Cougars can clear 45 feet horizontally on an off day.
What the hell? Oh my god.
Want to see some long jumping? Cougars can clear 45 feet horizontally on an off day.
That is incredible. Oh my god. That is crazy.
You want to see a cat get high minus the catnip? The serval jumps so high that their meal prep literally involves pimp slapping birds right out of the air. And for powerlifting, here we have a literal deadlift by a leopard using only its teeth. Yes, that is a rhino. Yes, that is a giraffe. And speaking of leopards, they're also gymnasts on steroids that turn trees.
How that? I mean, I that is incredible. Damn.
Rhino. Yes, that is a giraffe. And speaking of leopards, they're also gymnasts on steroids that turn trees into jungle gyms. And if you think you're safe from the smoke and water, keep in mind that the caiman is part of one of the most successful group of predators in history. And all it took was an aquatic equalizer in the form of a cat to wreck their entire game plan. Not to mention jaguars have been seen swimming clear across the Panama Canal. Yeah, that one. Also, they have a hydraulic press for a jaw. God help you if you get caught in it. And all I need to say about tigers is that this is an Indian gar, and even this walking Red Bull logo can get choked out by a 500-pound striped Giggle Garfield. And I don't even need.
Oh my gosh. I didn't realize that they were that strong. I mean, I knew they were strong, but when you put it in perspective like this, that is, wow. Damn. That is something that I don't want any of that smoke. That's for sure.
Walking Red Bull logo can get choked out by a 500-pound striped Giggle Garfield. And I don't even need to say anything about lions. Those triceps speak for themselves.
Yeah,
cats are nature's population control, and there isn't anywhere on Earth outside of the Devil's Ice Rink that doesn't have some kind of cat running it. Even the travel-sized ones are a menace.
Oh, but it's so cute. I'm sure it is a menace. I'm sure, because it's cute.
Earth outside of the Devil's Ice Rink that doesn't have some kind of cat running it. Even the travel-sized ones are a menace. The deadliest cat in the world is the African black-footed cat, and because of their metabolism, not only can they catch up to 15 bodies a night, they also have a hunting success rate of 60%. Not even lions, tigers, and leopards can touch that.
60%? That's really high. They look really cute though, but that is quite the body count that they rack up, I guess, for eating. Damn.
There's a reason why domestic cats put billions of animals on shirts a year. And sometimes they turn entire species into history lessons. And unlike their wild cousins, a lot of times with domestic cats, they do it just for fun. Yeah, you think it's cute, but it's bloodlust. And if you're a mouse and op with whiskers, it's like Thanos.
I've seen that. I've seen the aftermath of some baby bunnies in my yard, because there's some neighborhood cats that run around, and I have seen the aftermath of some of them.
Just for fun. Yeah, you think it's cute, but it's bloodlust. And if you're a mouse and op with whiskers, it's like Thanos. They do be inevitable, especially when you factor superpower number 9. Cats can teleport. I'm dead serious. Cats do this thing where they just spawn wherever the plot needs them the most. As solitary hunters, cats can cover insane amounts of distance in times that really make no sense. Take mountain lions, for example. Young male cougars will often travel hundreds of miles away from their mother's territory to find their own. In 2009, a tagged cougar took a walk that took him from Black Hills, South Dakota, all the way to Greenwich, Connecticut. Basically, he hiked from Mount Rushmore to 30 miles from Manhattan. And it's not just cougars that go cross-country. A tiger named T1 managed to walk 800 miles across India in only a few months, fueled by nothing but the power of horny. And
How? Oh my gosh. These I can't I didn't even know that I always thought they kind of just stayed relatively like in their areas, you know, like I mean like maybe give or take I guess a few 100 miles at the most, but like I didn't realize that they'd go on these road trips. Huh.
walk 800 miles across India in only a few months, fueled by nothing but the power of horny. And of course, there's a story of El Jefe, a jaguar that randomly showed up in Arizona just outside Tucson. I could really keep going.
Just randomly, that's wild. I wonder what they think about, you know? I mean, if they're just like, I don't like it here, so I'm just gonna keep walking till I'm happy. I don't know.
A jaguar that randomly showed
That's
up
pretty
in
cool,
Arizona
though.
just outside Tucson. I could really keep going. From June 2017 to July 2018, a young lynx trekked from a wildlife refuge in Alaska all the way into the heart of the Yukon. A trip that totaled 2,174 miles.
2,000 miles? Oh my god. These cats be traveling. They be traveling.
All the way into the heart of the Yukon. A trip that
Really
totaled
pretty.
2,174
Little tail going. Oh, it's so pretty.
miles. His name was Hobo, by the way. Can't even make that up. But the best story of teleporting cats was Clementine Jones. She was a cat in New York whose family left her behind because they were moving and they figured the trip would be too hard on a pregnant cat. Oh, little did they know. Clementine spent a couple of months with her kittens and then one day just headed out and popped up at her old family's home 1,600 miles away in Denver. And it's
1,600 miles away. Why would you leave your pregnant cat though? That seems like kind of like an asshole move too. I don't know. I guess I don't know. People that just like leave their pets like that just that makes me angry.
out and popped up at her old family's home 1,600 miles away in Denver. And it's not even like the family got tricked by a dupe. Clementine was born with an extra toe and had a burn mark on her shoulder. There was no mistaking her. There's only one cat power that's arguably more impressive, and you saw it coming as soon as you clicked on this video. Superpower number 10, mind control. And it's all because of a little
Mind
parasite
control?
called, you know the name, Toxoplasma gondii. It all starts when this parasite enters a cat because they literally only reproduce in their bowels and their eggs don't get past until the cat has a movement, usually in a litter box. Now here's the problem. The Toxoplasma gondii needs to find a way back into the cat in order to hit restart on its life cycle, and the best way to do that is by setting up shop inside one of the animals on its grocery list. The only issue is no mouse that values its life is going anywhere near a death sentence with toe beans to make it happen. So the parasite, which by the way basically uses the mouse as a layover,
Okay, so this is like the cycle of the parasite life we're seeing here. This is let me guess. There's
or death
something in
sentence
it
with
that
toe beans to make it
the
happen.
mice want
So
or
the parasite,
something.
which by the way basically uses the mouse as a layover, they begin to rewire
Yeah.
its brain in order to remove the fear of cats. And I don't even know how, but infected mice can even start fiending for cat pee. With more irrational confidence than a father of four in an Instagram model's comments, it's easier for the mouse to get body bagged by its number one op, thus repeating this vicious mouse murking cycle. And of course we
That is so weird. Parasites kind of freak me out. Like the more I see about things about parasites, it's like, ugh, I don't know. It's kind of freaky.
pee. With more irrational confidence than a father of four in an Instagram model's comments, it's easier for the mouse to get body bagged by its number one op, thus repeating this vicious mouse murking cycle. And of course we now believe that when this same parasite invades us, they do the same thing they would to a mouse. Which is why popular opinion is that the Toxoplasma parasite causes an unreasonable attraction to cats.
Oh my god, is this like, was that somebody's house? No. Oh my goodness, that is, ugh. I bet it's kind of stinky in there. Oh my.
Their opinion is that the Toxoplasma parasite causes an unreasonable attraction to cats.
Oh, so that's why y'all have more than one cat. I mean, I I can't blame you though. I mean, this might be a little much though. This might be a little too much, but you know, having multiple cats, like, you know, 2, 3, like, I get it. I get it.
And it's possible that this factory reset of our personality is due to
Oh
the
my
parasite
gosh.
making enzymes that control dopamine. And it's not just humans that can get infected. Turns out afflicted hyena cubs end up bolder in the face of lions, which is a great way for them to get invited to a meet and greet with Mufasa. It's not 100%
Oh
proven that the
man.
parasite's responsible for all the cat people in the world, but hear me out. There's proof that this parasite was present in ancient Egyptian mummies. And these were the people that straight up worshipped them.
Oh, right? Huh. I wonder. It says infects 1/3 of people worldwide. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. So inevitably, anybody that owns a cat probably has it, right? Is that what it's saying?
This parasite was present in ancient Egyptian mummies, and these were the people that straight up worshipped them. Not to mention up to 1/3 of all people alive right now have it, and most have no idea. And that's why I say cats have the wildest plot armor I've ever seen. Because real talk, only cats could spin a parasitic infection into a way of living rent-free. Trust me, I would know. Isn't that right, Maple?
Oh, that's Maple. Maple, you're gorgeous. So cute.
And that's why cats are the most broken animals in nature. With cats being nature's cutest form of population control. I talk about them a lot in my book. Hold on. Sorry, girl. Okay. With cats being nature's cutest form of population control, I talk about them a lot in my book, 100 Animals That Can, Redacted, Kill You. Link in the description if you want to see for yourself. But make sure you drink water, hug your mother, hug a cat. It might just save your
Hug a
life.
cat,
and
yeah.
if he allows it, I'ma see y'all in the next one. Aw, you're such a good boy.
Aww.
You're such a good boy. Okay, you can go now. There you go. I love that guy.
Oh, we love him too. Little cutie. Aw. I love all these cats. This was a great video. I love this. There's some wild stuff that I had no idea about cats. Like, my mind is blown here. I really want to go research some of this, the purring and the frequency stuff, because that is crazy. I had never heard that before, so I'm probably gonna go you know, get on the Googles and kind of read some more about that, because that is fascinating. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys being here. So I had a great time with this one. So thank you for the suggestions, and keep suggesting more, because you guys have, I mean, you guys haven't led me astray yet. I feel like you guys have given me some great suggestions, and I really enjoyed all of them. So thank you so much. And if you do get a chance, please leave a like and subscribe. It will help me out a bunch. Also, please make sure to go subscribe to Casual Geographic as well. He makes wonderful videos. I really enjoy his videos a lot. And I have his video linked below, so be sure, if you want, watch that one. Watch all his videos. Just give him lots of support. We really like him over here. So, but I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one.